practice English speaking.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Practice English Speaking, your favorite podcast to learn English in a fun and easy way.
Hey friends, I'm Jake, and today we have a delicious topic. Yes, we're talking about food and cooking in English.
I love this topic already. Food is a great way to learn English because we all eat every day. So today, we'll talk about our favorite foods, cooking habits, and useful phrases.
And we'll also teach you some practical vocabulary. So if you want to talk about food in English, this episode is perfect for you.
So Jake, let me start with a simple question. What did you eat for breakfast today?
I had something very basic. Toast with butter and a cup of coffee. Nothing fancy.
Very American. And a useful phrase here is nothing fancy. It means simple, not special.
Right. So, listeners, you can also say, today's breakfast was nothing fancy.
Good. And I had oatmeal with banana. Very healthy, very simple.
Oatmeal is great. It's warm, soft, filling. Actually, filling means it makes you feel full.
Yes, learning food adjectives helps a lot when you describe meals.
So Anna, what's your favorite food in the world?
Oh, wow. That's a big question. But if I have to choose one, pizza. Always pizza.
Same. But what kind of pizza?
I like margarita pizza. Simple, cheesy, delicious.
I like pepperoni pizza. Spicy, salty, the classic.
Listeners, you can describe food using simple adjectives like salty, sweet, spicy, cheesy, crispy, soft.
Yes. For example, my favorite food is crispy fried chicken. Or I like soft, sweet pancakes.
Great examples.
Now, let's talk about cooking in English. Do you cook at home, Anna?
Yes, I do. I cook almost every day. It helps me relax.
Really? For me, cooking is stressful. I like to eat, but I don't like to cook.
That's okay. Some people love cooking. Some people don't.
True, but everyone needs to know some basic verbs for cooking in English. Let's teach a few.
Good idea. Basic cooking verbs. Cut, chop, boil, fry, bake, mix, stir, peel, and serve.
Let's use them in simple sentences.
Okay. I chop onions when I make soup. Chop means to cut into small pieces.
Good one. I boil water to make pasta. Boil means heat until bubbles appear.
And I bake cookies on weekends. Bake means cook in the oven.
Nice. So listeners, try repeating these verbs after the episode to practice your English.
Jake, can I share a small story?
Of course. We love your stories.
So, the first time I tried to cook something by myself, I was 12. I wanted to make a salad. Very simple, right? Well, I tried to cut tomatoes, but I used a very sharp knife, and I cut my finger.
Oh no.
Nothing serious, but my mom said, you need to learn to chop slowly.
Great phrase. Chop slowly means don't rush when cutting food.
Yes, and now I always chop slowly.
Good lesson for everyone. So Anna, do you prefer eating at home or eating out?
Most of the time, I prefer eating at home. It's cheaper, and I know exactly what's in my food.
Same, but sometimes eating out is fun, especially when I'm tired or lazy.
And here's a good phrase. Eat out means eating in a restaurant.
Exactly. Not eating outside literally, it means going to a restaurant.
You can say, I don't want to cook today. Let's eat out.
Let's teach some more vocabulary that English learners can use.
Great idea. Here are some kitchen items. Pan, pot, knife, cutting board, spoon, fork, plate, bowl.
Let's make sentences.
I use a pan to fry eggs.
I use a pot to make soup.
I need a cutting board to chop vegetables.
Nice. And here are some food-related expressions. I'm starving means I'm very hungry. That looks delicious. Can I have seconds? Means can I have more food?
Oh, yes. Seconds is a funny word. It means a second portion.
Exactly. If the food is good, I always want seconds.
Jake, do you try to eat healthy?
Well, I try. I don't always succeed, but I try.
Same. Healthy food is important. Vegetables, fruit, whole grains, all that good stuff.
Whole grains means foods like brown rice, oats, or whole wheat bread. They're healthier than white bread or white rice.
Yes. And here's a useful sentence. I'm trying to eat more healthy food.
Great for English learners.
But honestly, sometimes I love unhealthy food too.
Of course, we're human. What's your favorite unhealthy food?
Chocolate cake. Soft, sweet, rich. I love it.
For me, it's French fries. Crispy, salty, addicting.
Addicting means you want more and more.
Exactly.
Jake, what is one traditional food from your culture?
I'd say cornbread. It's simple, but very tasty. How about you?
In my culture, we eat a lot of rice dishes. Rice with vegetables, rice with chicken, rice with everything.
Rice is universal. Every country has rice dishes.
True.
Okay, listeners, here's a mini lesson. How to describe food in English.
Step 1, use adjectives. For example, sweet, crispy, juicy, creamy, spicy.
Step 2, describe flavor or texture. Flavor equals taste. Texture equals how it feels in your mouth.
Step 3, add emotion. Like, I love this soup. This tastes amazing.
Let's make an example. This pasta is creamy, soft, and delicious.
Great. Try making your own example at home.
Let's do a quick restaurant role play. A simple example for English learners.
Okay, I'll be the customer, you be the waiter.
Perfect.
Hi, I would like to order a chicken sandwich, please.
Sure. Would you like fries with that?
Yes, please. And can I get a lemonade?
Of course. Anything else?
No, that's all. Thank you.
You're welcome. Your food will be ready soon.
And that's it. A simple restaurant dialogue.
Useful for beginners.
Do you watch cooking shows, Jake?
Sometimes, I like shows where people compete to cook the best dish.
Like MasterChef?
Yes, and I love hearing new cooking vocabulary. It helps my English too.
True. Watching cooking videos is a great way to learn English naturally.
Let's give the listeners more phrases.
Good idea. Here are some. Can you pass the salt? This tastes so good. I need the recipe. How long does it take to cook? Do you want to try this? I'm full. I can't eat more.
Excellent. These are very common in daily life. I also have a story. My first cooking disaster.
Oh no. Let's hear it.
I tried to cook pasta, but I forgot to add water.
What? How do you cook pasta without water?
I don't know. I was young, okay? The pasta burned. The pan almost died. My mom was not happy.
Listeners, don't forget to add water when cooking pasta.
Please don't make my mistake.
Food is one of the best ways to practice English.
Yes, because you can describe meals, talk about flavors, share recipes, and speak with friends.
And because food vocabulary appears everywhere. Restaurants, travel, cooking videos, conversations.
Exactly.
Okay, friends, let's summarize today's episode.
Today we talked about food and cooking in English.
You learned cooking verbs like boil, chop, bake, and fry.
You learned adjectives like sweet, crispy, creamy, and spicy.
You learned how to describe food, talk about cooking habits, and order food at a restaurant.
And you heard some funny stories too.
Here's what you can do today. Describe your breakfast in English. Make a sentence using 3 cooking verbs. Try ordering food in English, even just practicing at home. Listen again and repeat the vocabulary.
Learning English through food is fun and easy.
Thank you so much for listening to Practice English Speaking.
We hope you enjoyed this delicious episode.
Stay motivated
Stay curious.
and keep practicing English speaking every day. Bye, everyone.